It's rare that we get to start the organizational meeting on time, so I'm not going to ruin that. It is 7 o'clock, and let's call the Common Council Annual Organization Meeting of Tuesday, April 16th to order. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please call the roll.
Alderman Strelchuk is absent. Alderman Talaco, absent. Alderman Meyer.
Here.
Alderman Hancher.
Here.
Alderman Bach.
Here.
Alderman Parrish.
Here.
Alderman Schneider.
Here.
Alderman Gebhardt.
Here.
And Mayor Nervett.
Here. First out of the gate, we have a report of the April 2nd, 2024 election results.
Thank you, Mayor. We held the election on April 2nd, and on the ballot were 3 aldermanic races for District 6, 7, and 8. Brian Parrish was the winner in District 6. Peter Bratt was elected in District 7, and Bill Gebhardt, District 8. All 3 will serve a 3-year term beginning tonight.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So we send off one member and accept a new one. So now I'd like to recognize the service of outgoing council member Kathleen Schneider. Kathleen took over for me by appointment when I created a vacancy on the council by moving between districts, and I couldn't be more happy that it was her, and she's had a great run, and we will definitely miss her. So we've got a few parting gifts here. The first is a proclamation. So give me a second here. Now, this is proclamation from the City of Mequon, Wisconsin, honoring Kathleen Schneider. Mrs. Kathleen Schneider was appointed to represent Aldermanic District number 6 on the Council number 7, we'll have to reprint this. Aldermanic District number 7 on the Mequon Common Council, June 17th, and thereafter elected to the same seat in 2018. Alderwoman Schneider served diligently for 7 years, accepting assignments to various Common Council standing committees, including Finance and Personnel, Economic Development, Public Safety, Public Welfare, and Public Works that furthered the interests of all the citizens of the City of Mequon. Alderwoman Schneider was well respected amongst her peers on the Common Council and served as Public Safety Chair from 2019 to 2021, and again from 2022 to 2023. Common Council President from 2021 to 2022, and Public Works Chair from 2023 to 2024. Alderwoman Schneider was an instrumental leader in the countless initiatives that enhanced the quality of life for past, current, and future generations by serving as a member of the Park and Open Space Board, future of our Fire Department Committee, Ad hoc COVID-19 Emergency Management Committee, Mequon Nature Preserve Board, and the Southern Ozaki Fire and EMS Board. In addition to helping the city navigate the effects of a worldwide pandemic and overseeing a significant expansion of the city's sanitary sewer system, Dr. Schneider was a strong supporter of the consolidation of the city's fire and EMS services with the Village of Thiensville that not only resulted in a cost savings for local taxpayers, but also resulted in improved service delivery to the public. Alderwoman Schneider gave unselfishly of her time and fulfilled her responsibilities to fellow residents in a most professional, responsible, and caring way, and was conscientious and mindful in representing all individuals who live, work, visit, or do business in the city. Now therefore be it resolved on behalf of all citizens of the City of Mequon that the Common Council extends its heartfelt thanks to Citizen Schneider, that they send her best wishes to Kathleen and her husband, Jessic, as they continue their life adventures, and that tomorrow, April 17th, 2024, be proclaimed Kathleen Schneider Day throughout the city in recognition of the generous contributions she has made to the well-being of our community. Signed this day by me. Congratulations. And we've got a couple other gifts here. One is, we've got a lovely orchid. I know You and your husband are into gardening, and I know this will be well cared for.
You guys gotta get together and get a picture then.
We should, yeah. Well, come around front.
I like it.
We'll come back. Furthermore, we've got a couple other gifts here. One is your very own street sign. Hang that proudly wherever.
You gotta unwrap it. We'll get one of those.
Yeah, unwrap it. It's,
Get one of those radar things on there. Flush your traffic.
Get her a blue sign. She likes the blue signs.
Watch the speed on Schneider Drive.
lastly, we've got some gift cards for you to spend as you see fit. A card signed by, I think, most of the people here, and of course, your lovely picture from the back of the room. Thank you.
I should shake your hand here.
I'll see you Tuesdays. Before we swear in officers, is there anyone who wants to give any parting words to Alderwoman Schneider? We had a few at dinner. If not, we can move on. Maybe we concluded all our business at dinner the way it should be. It's been wonderful. We're going to miss you. I will see you every Tuesday at Rotary, but and we'll continue to do good work together. Next up, we have. You have a couple words? Well, now would be appropriate time to before someone steals that seat on you. Yeah.
Okay, here's a couple words. 20 years ago, I wrote an email to then Mayor Christine Nurnberg. As I drove to work in that era, I witnessed elders crossing Port Washington Road from senior housing and then having trouble navigating the parking lots at the pavilion on foot. It seemed to me that setback rules in the parking lots positioned in front of businesses were making it difficult for pedestrians. Mayor Nurnberg graciously wrote back describing the ideas around the future town center, and those email exchanges caused me to follow city government more closely. At the time, I would not have imagined that I would one day run for office, but the seed was probably planted back then. I mention this not only to thank Mayor Nurnberg for her inspiration, but also to remind us that any of our communications may inspire someone down the road. My thanks also to the residents who reached out to me with their ideas for bettering Mequon. When I started my tenure on the Common Council, I had a lot to learn. I thank all the people who shared their institutional knowledge and their areas of expertise with me, not only when I started, but throughout my terms in office. I also had to learn patience. I worked for years in emergency medicine with solo decision-making and immediate action. Municipal government is much more complicated, with multiple stakeholders, consensus building, funding constraints, and sometimes coordination with state and county government. As I look back on the past 7 years, though, much has been achieved. One project close to my heart that remains to be done is upgrading the public safety facilities. The need for this was identified in the facility study in 2018 and reinforced by the Future of the Fire Department Committee, on which I served. As we pay down debt, a funding opportunity is now opening up to start this project. I hope it will get the prompt and focused attention that it deserves. It's not only the objectives we complete that make a difference, but the way that we accomplish them. There is a worrisome lack of civility in public life today. I thank the council for providing our country an example of respectful discourse. I have probably disagreed about something with every member on the council, and I have always been met not only with respect, but with kindness. On a side note, I wish that we as an elected body could also provide an example to our country by voting for our own term limits, but on that issue, the other council members respectfully disagree with me. I am very grateful to have had the opportunity to serve as alderman on a team that helps to make Mequon a great place to be. My colleagues on the council, the city staff, and the citizens who volunteer many hours serving on commissions and committees. I will certainly miss you. There are exciting projects ahead, and you can be assured that I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. So, thank you.
She brought help. And now it's time to swear in our new members as we say goodbye to old ones and we welcome a new one. So, Madam Clerk, it's time to administer the oath to the winners of the last election.
You're right over here. Please raise your right hand. I, Brian Parrish,
I, Brian Parrish,
having been elected to the office of Alderman District 6,
to the office of Alderman District 6,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, please raise your right hand. I, Peter Bratt,
I, Peter Bratt,
having been elected to the office of Alderman District 7,
to the office of Alderman District 7,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully and impartially discharge of duties of said office
discharge duties of said office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay. Oh, we're going right on there. Okay.
I, Bill Gebhardt,
I, Bill Gebhardt,
having been elected
having been elected
to the office of Alderman District 8,
to the office of Alderman District 8,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office
discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gotta turn my own mic on. Now it's time to nominate and elect a common council president for the upcoming year here in the city election cycle. We start with nominations. Does anyone want to nominate anyone for common council president? Feel free to make them. Well, you can nominate the people who declared interest earlier, or you can nominate someone else. We only have one person who's formally declared interest. We take a nomination for that individual now.
I will formally nominate Alderman Meyer for Common Council President.
Second.
Nomination and a second. Are there any further nominations? Going once, going twice, 3 times. If there are no other nominations, I don't know that the formality of a ballot vote is required, but maybe should we do a show of hands, a voice acclamation, roll call vote? Okay, roll call vote. To confirm Dale Meyer as the Common Council President as the only nominee.
Alderman Meyer? Alderman Hancher?
Aye.
Alderman Bach?
Aye.
Alderman Parrish?
Aye.
Alderman Bratt?
Aye.
Alderman Gebhardt?
Aye.
And congratulations, Dale, on another term as Common Council President. Which brings us right into nominations and committee selections, which is typically done by the nominee for Common Council President. So I'm assuming.
I'm passing that out right now for
Okay.
the nomination. That I may not read these in the order that's here on in item number 8, but everybody got a copy?
We're working on it.
Okay.
So yeah, we may not read them in the order on the agenda, but we'll read them all in.
Correct.
Okay, fantastic. The floor is yours, Mr. President.
Okay. For Finance and Personnel, Alderperson Strelchek, Parrish, and Gebhardt. For Public Safety, Alderperson Talanko, Meyer, and Bach. For Public Welfare, Alderperson Meyer, Bach, and Parrish. For Public Works, Alderperson Talanko, Hensher, and Bratt. For the Planning Commission, we have Alderman Strelchek. Alternate would be Alderman Parrish. Economic Development Board would be Alderperson Gebhardt, and alternate would be Hensher. Park and Open Space Board would be Alderperson Bratt and Alderperson Bach. And the library would be Alderperson Hensher, and alternate would be Alderperson Bratt.
I think that's everyone. Thank you, Alderman Meyer. We need a common council confirmation by majority vote, so we need a motion to.
I move approval.
Motion to approve and a second. Okay, we got a motion and a second. Let's call, unless there's any discussion, anyone want to debate anything, we can call the roll.
Alderman Meyer,
Aye.
Alderman Hancher,
Aye.
Alderman Bach,
Aye.
Alderman Parrish,
Aye.
Alderman Bratt,
Aye.
Alderman Gebhardt.
Aye.
The ayes have it. So we have committees, we have a common council president. We're now getting to the designation of the official city newspaper, which we're required to do every year statutorily. We need to notice things publicly in a newspaper of our choosing. Does anyone from staff want to present this, or are there any questions from council? This is typically the same agenda item every year. We are recommending again the news graphic as our official city newspaper. Is there a motion or any questions?
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Yes, Alderman Parrish.
Thank you. I know there's not normally discussion on this topic, so two things. First of all, I do think the news graphic provides balanced coverage for our residents and helps us inform them of all the great things that council and staff is doing, so I certainly support that recommendation. I found myself thinking, are there certain situations we may want to publish in the other periodical? I think it was in the Journal. And there's a couple of situations I came up with in my head, and I don't think it would change the vote or decision tonight. It's more of like maybe we should publish in there for certain things, such as I have noticed a slippage in the amount of participants for bidding on projects. So there's kind of a low quality of applicants, or very few, and partly because they're also busy. So I do wonder, I know there's like a national or a statewide service that publishes RFPs, but I would think that there's also a lot of local businesses and contractors that maybe we could reach out and get. I'm also thinking about there's certain delinquencies that we review at the finance and personnel meeting where occasionally we have to write those off. And quite honestly, before we do so, I'd rather publicly publish their delinquencies. And I think there are situations to consider using another newspaper. And having been here a few years, I just wanted to throw it out there. Maybe we could switch it up a little bit this year and publish a few notices in there and see if we get a different result. So, thank you.
Thank you. So the recommendation is to stay with the news graphic, but consider on occasion for other purposes using other periodicals.
That's correct.
Okay. I think we can take that up as an agenda item and in the appropriate committee and vet that out. I think that's a worthwhile discussion point. Thank you. Any further comments or questions on nominating the official city newspaper, or selecting the official city newspaper? Did we have a motion? We did have one. We got a motion and a second. Okay, perfect. We should probably call the roll. I guess we do spend a little bit of money on this. Please call the roll, Madam Clerk.
Excuse me. Alderman Hancher,
Aye.
Alderman Bach,
Aye.
Alderman Parrish,
Aye.
Alderman Bratt,
Aye.
Alderman Gebhardt,
Aye.
Alderman Meyer.
Aye.
And we have a newspaper. Excellent. We have just one other agenda item tonight, the topic of mayoral and aldermanic appointments. There's a lengthy list of them in the packet, but there is one late-breaking addition. When I became clear that Alderman Meyer was probably the only one running for Common Council President, it created a potential vacancy on the Southern Ozaukee Fire and EMS Board, and to that end, Alderman Bach has agreed to serve a 2-year stint in that capacity. So that is the only addition that's not in the packet. Is there a motion on the appointments?
Move approval of all the appointments.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on the lengthy list of appointments? Hearing and seeing none. Those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? And those appointments are approved. That leaves us, we have no other business. That leaves us with just one motion to make tonight. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? And we're adjourned, and we'll probably meet somewhere for more social gatherings afterwards, so you're all invited to go wherever we decide to go, even all 4 people in the audience. Good night, everyone.